SeaWorld is facing new backlash from the CNN film Blackfish, which is critical of the way the park treats its killer whales. CNN's Martin Savage has the story, plus new video one PR expert says could be devastating to SeaWorld. Martin is joining us now. What's the latest with this controversy?
Hello, Wolf. Yeah, we've been watching now, as you've seen, a number of musical groups that have defected. They basically are saying that they're no longer going to perform concerts at SeaWorld. Not unusual, because many of them do stand up for certain social causes. But there is another new group that is also starting to say they're not going to go to SeaWorld, and that's a real problem, as we found out. A parade of performers, including Heart, Bare Naked Ladies, and Trisha Yearwood, have bailed on gigs at SeaWorld, saying they're troubled by what they saw in Blackfish.
Well, I don't agree with the way they treat their animals, so it wasn't that hard a deal for me to cancel.
But as far as impact, this voice may be much more powerful.
I felt sad how they treat them.
After seeing the film Blackfish, 10-year-old Kira Kotler told her dad she never wanted to go to SeaWorld again, which was a problem since her fifth-grade field trip in a few weeks was to SeaWorld.
Because I'm not going. I don't want our money going to SeaWorld. And that was pretty loud.
As this picture posted on the web shows, the Point Dume Marine Science Elementary School annual trip to SeaWorld's a long-standing tradition. But dad and daughter, backed by other parents and students, lobbied to go somewhere else. It worked. Announcing the decision, the school's principal credited their protest for the change. "I am pleased to model for our students the importance of speaking up to express your views and voice." SeaWorld downplays the decision, saying, quote, "This is the only instance of a camp cancellation that we have experienced. It may not be the last."
Dear SeaWorld.
Students at Point Loma High School put together this video that starts off by thanking SeaWorld for the memories.
But after watching the documentary Blackfish on CNN,
All those special memories have totally been cheapened.
Next comes a series of critical questions about how SeaWorld cares for its animals. Then, the real punch.
There will be no more admission tickets.
No more rides.
No more teddy bears.
What's the impact of something like that?
Oh, it's really damaging, especially it's a cross-section of the population, if you notice. Very clean-cut, well-spoken children. I mean, talking in a very moderate language, talking about how much they've enjoyed SeaWorld, but now, they just can't continue supporting SeaWorld until they change their policies.
PR crisis expert David Johnson says SeaWorld can't get by without music performers. But it's got a real problem when kids feel this way about not going to SeaWorld.
Like I did something that was actually something that was really amazing.
SeaWorld took out these full-page ads in major publications, newspapers across the country. They refute a lot of the points that are raised in Blackfish. They say they don't capture killer whales anymore, which is true. They don't. They breed them in captivity. And they also say they don't separate the mothers from the calves. And they also say that their orcas live as long as those in the wild, and that's actually something that scientists would heavily refute. Wolf.
Martin Savage, thanks very much.
And I'm Scott Light. We have live team coverage. CBS Atlanta reporters continue to comb the streets looking for answers after this storm, including tow truck fees and also changes in school policies.
Let's begin our